Well, here we are in Strasbourg, and we're 2 weeks away from the referendum. And I'm here with my colleague Afzal Khan, who's a Labour MEP for the northwest of England. There's 20 Labour MEPs for the whole of the UK, and Afzal covers the adjacent region over the Pennines. And Afzal's a Muslim, so at the moment Afzal is well into Ramadan and is fasting. So how's that going? Here we are in Strasbourg, and
it's hard work. It's long days these actually, and it's hot. But what it is that's the test side, I suppose, and the other is spiritually uplifting, helping you to understand, connect up with family, connect up with people who are less well off, people who don't have food. So that sort of affiliation in that sense. So spiritually, it's really uplifting.
So you have to eat your first meal of the day before the sun rises.
Very early, and then the other one after sunset.
So yes, long days. And are you going to still be fasting when the referendum arrives on the 23rd of June?
Yep, we'll be well in the middle of it then.
So if you're out there as a Labour campaigner, you think you've got it tough, then it's doubly tough for our Muslim colleagues who are fasting at the moment. But what would your message be to people in the Asian Muslim community in the northeast of England as we approach this incredibly important vote on June the 23rd?
Well, I think my first message to them is that, look, we are stronger, we are safer, and we are richer by being part of the EU. And that, I think, is important to every one of us in the UK. But as an Asian or a Muslim, there are other things we have issues as well, and one of them is equality idea actually, the discrimination, the increase in Islamophobia. All these actually help us more by being part of the EU. By being part of the EU, we are more diverse, so in a way creates a space for us as well more, and we celebrate the diversity more. And secondly, the equality whole agenda is virtually linked to the European Union. And we want that. We want every one of us to have the equal opportunity depending on the merits. Islamophobia, again, is a fundamental right. To practice your faith, again, comes from the European Union side. So discrimination, fighting that, again, is connected up. And that's why 43 police forces in the UK are now keeping a record of this Islamophobia. Here we are also doing a lot of work. Last week I did a report which looked at the 25 different countries where things are, and I think things like that are also important. But I think it's also important for us on the economic point of view and the opportunity point of view, education point of view. If we are part of the EU, that gives us much more opportunities. That means much more opportunities for ourselves and our next generations. And as many of us have heritage with the Commonwealth, well, actually, all the Commonwealth countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and many others, they are also saying that actually they would like to see Britain to be strong, and they also feel that because Britain is part of the EU, that also allows them to use Britain as a bridge to open into 500 million market of the citizens. So it gives us the 500 million, it also gives these Commonwealth countries as well. So that's why you see that all of these main people, main countries, main institutions, main political parties in Britain as well, they're all saying actually our interest lies being in the EU. So I hope you will think about this, think about it seriously, because the consequences are huge for all of us and for our country, for future generations. And you will conclude what I have concluded, that actually our interest, the interest of UK, actually lies being part of the EU.
Well, thank you very much, Afzal. Very clear message there from my colleague in the northwest of England that we'll be better off all together staying in the European Union. So when the vote comes on June the 23rd, please make use of that vote, your democratic right, and please vote to remain in the European Union.
Yourself, you need to vote, get your family, friends to vote as well.